Okay, we're here today with JP Perieso. JP, tell us a little bit about how important setup in vehicles is. I mean, there's so many things going on here.
Yes, there are so many things going on, yes. And I think once you get through the setup basics, then your driving would really come out.
Now, teach me a little bit about this car.
Yeah, the top one right here is a camber link, so you can adjust the length of that to adjust the camber. So
that'll tilt the tire back
either
and forth
positive or negative camber.
What about the shock setup? Are they different?
Definitely. And again, it changes the rolling characteristics of the car depending on what's inside. Stiffer springs obviously will give you a stiffer ride, and but when it comes to bumps, it's not that good. A softer spring obviously gives you a bit more steering. However, again, it's sometimes too soft, maybe too soft for a track.
Now, I notice you also have some weights here. I don't know if the cameraman can get them. You got some lead weights. What are those for in a pro car like this?
I'm using lead weights to balance it. So in the nickel metal hydride battery configuration, one side will be closer equal in weight, but since the LiPo batteries are much lighter, I'd have to add more weight to the car to balance it left to right.
It out left to right. I noticed with the tires here, right, they feel like, is there air inside of these ones?
There's actually inserts. Usually they're made of foam, so it kind of simulates they're being filled with air. So yes, depending on the stiffness of the insert inside, they'll give you, I guess, like similar to real life, the actual type of inflation you have on the tire. The sway bars actually allow you to ride with softer springs. So, when you turn left or right, it actually uses the opposite end of the car to help the dampening of your ride.
Now, I noticed with this car, you've got a belting system instead of a drive shaft system. Is there any type of different tensioning or anything that goes on in here as well?
You'd have to make sure that the tension is appropriate for whatever motor or class you're running. The faster the motor, you probably have to tighten it a bit more.
Okay, JP, good luck in the race.
Thank you.
I'm here with Mike San Antonio. Mike, nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
Mike, how long have you been racing now?
3 years now.
One thing you were telling me about is you were going to show me some stuff on the radio, right?
Yes.
So let's go take a look at that radio.
All right, definitely.
A lot of people have been telling me when they first get radios out of the box, right, they don't understand what EPAs and all these little different things mean.
Your basic radio always has the EPAs, which are the endpoints. For example, in steering, if you set the EPA low, you'll have less steering, and then if you set it high, it'll obviously go full steer. With basic controller setups, I mean, it's a good way to learn just to, have your basics about RCing. And after that, you can move into an advanced controller that can, do different things. Like we have throttle curves, which when you hit the throttle, it actually just comes slowly up and then slowly across, rather than just, a spike.
Does it have that in braking as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I noticed when we're watching a lot of the racing, the cars are actually fishtailing and they're sliding in.
Right.
What would you do to control something like that?
Basically, I'd be setting your endpoint of your brake on a curve, just
okay. So instead of just slamming on the brakes, which will make the car even slide more,
exactly,
this will just slow it down. But will that really help you turn a lot better as well?
Yes. If you come into the corner and brake sooner, depending on the track, like I race on this track often, and today I've had to set this controller about 3 times just to get it going today for the nitro.
So folks, read the manuals and some of the radios. It's very important to talk to guys like Mike, right? Come to the track. I'm sure if you're new and everything and you just got a basic radio like this, obviously this is a pro radio that might not have some of the setups that you have. Talk to Mike. I'm sure you'll help him out.
Definitely.
Right? And there's other guys out in the track here. Take your time. Learn from some of the guys who've been driving for 2 or 3 years and check out some of the better radios later. I'm sure when you get the better radios, once you improve after a couple years, you're going to be a better driver.
That's right.
So there you go. Well, folks, we had a great day here out in Whitby, Ontario, right? We met some families. We got some great setup tips. Get out, get into RC on-road racing. If that's what you like, you will have a great time, right? Check out all your local clubs. Take care, folks. We'll see you again soon.